Welcome to my humble abode. How are you doing on this mundane day? Good, I hope. So, today, I'm feeling a little funny, so let's do a tier list of the funny man himself, Adam Sandler, and a lot of his movies. Now, I haven't seen all of his movies, so not every single one is going to be included, but every single one that I've seen will be. And this may be a bit controversial to a lot of you out there, but I have never seen Happy Gilmore. So Happy Gilmore is not going to be included on this tier list. I know it sounds crazy. How could you watch all these Adam Sandler movies but not see Happy Gilmore, the fan favorite other than like Billy Madison, I guess? Well, to put it simply, I just never got around to it. And if I'm going to watch a funny movie, I want to sit there with somebody and laugh. I don't want to watch a funny movie by myself. I could, but I just get more excitement if I were to watch with somebody else and not just me, just their humor, my humor, bam, Adam Sandler humor, much better. But I don't have access to any friends or anything at the current moment, so it's just going to have to be left off the list. Sorry to all of you Happy Gilmore fans out there, but womp womp. So you see here, this is our lovely little board here. I have made it to where we can rate these movies from epic, great, good, mid, and shit. Because there are quite a bit of shitty Adam Sandler movies out there, and I can say that because I've watched a lot of them. Let's just start simple, okay? Our first up to bat will be Jack and Jill. Now, Jack and Jill is one of those movies that I just absolutely despise. I hate this movie. It is so painfully unfunny, and it is just absolutely terrible. Adam Sandler, he can be a very funny dude, but he can also just be the most unfunny, painful to listen to type of people. And this movie is pretty much his magnum opus of shit, if I could say it like that. It is absolutely abominable. And I'm not even just talking about that terrible, terrible ending where it's just a big old dance party advertisement for Dunkin' Donuts. No, it's just, the movie just never made me laugh one time. If anything, I just wanted to turn it off at all times. It's just bad. Shit. It is in shit tier, okay? No more to say. Fuck you, Jack and Jill. After that, I feel like we need a palate cleanser, so let's do Billy Madison next. Billy Madison is a wonderful movie. I absolutely adore this movie. I think it is probably like Adam Sandler's most Adam Sandler-y movie, but in the most positive way. It is like peak what makes Adam Sandler funny and a good actor. Billy Madison really was Billy Madison was my second ever Adam Sandler movie I've ever watched. And I absolutely thought it was so funny when I was an infant. And as an adult, yeah, it's absolutely hilarious. It holds up to this day. And the whole plot line of him having to redo each grade just to prove he's smart enough to get his dad's company. I don't know. It's just a very charming idea. I'm going to put Billy Madison in epic. It is our first epic for this video. And next, I'm going to do That's My Boy. And the only way I can really describe this movie is the beginning is pretty fucked up. The ending is pretty fucked up. And there's some funny bits in between. That's pretty much the best summary of That's My Boy. I really like the fact that he named his son Han Solo, because I'm just a Star Wars nerd, and hearing anything Star Wars just makes me very happy. And I like how Adam, he went to a stripper pretty much for advice. He went to that strip club and everything. That was pretty fun and everything. But there are a lot of things in the movie I do like the dynamic of Adam being a shit father and his son Han Solo hating him because of him being this, well, I don't want to say kind of a deadbeat, but like he was there, but he was just like not a father at all. He gave him diabetes because he gave him cake to eat every single day. Stuff like that. Reasons why you would, disown a terrible parent like that. It's justified. I do like that aspect. It's just all the stuff I like that's very serious and like that is completely undermined by the fucked up beginning and, most importantly, the fucked up ending. I like this movie, but I don't like this movie at the same time. Let's go in the middle. I'll put it in good. This movie is in the good section. How about next we do Little Nicky? See, when I was younger, I was told by everybody that Little Nicky was just bad. Not even so bad it's good. I was told that this movie was absolutely just not good. I didn't hear that it was a train wreck, oh, Adam should quit acting because it was so bad. But I heard it was just it was a snooze fest. You shouldn't watch it. And I watched it when I was really little, but I don't know, I guess I just didn't really process much because I was, I don't know, 6 or something. I was really little, I don't know. But I watched it, as an adult, and I gotta say, I like Little Nicky. I think Little Nicky is kick-ass. It's not perfect. It does have that problem with the advertising, where it was doing a whole fucking Popeyes advertisement thing, but Jack and Jill did with Dunkin' Donuts. But unlike the Dunkin' Donuts bit in Jack and Jill, where it was just not funny to begin with, and the music was not good, and it was just a blatant advertisement, at least with Little Nicky, they kind of do make it a little funny, and I just could not imagine our Little Nicky without his Popeyes chicken. It's just like seeing Hulk Hogan without a mustache. Would you really want to see that? I think the dog is very annoying, and I didn't really like him. He was kind of lame. I like the plot, though, with all his brothers wanting to take over the underworld, and his father's pretty much dying, and he has to capture them all. I don't know, it's like Pokemon, but demon catchers, and they're his brother, I guess. But either way, Little Nicky is really good. I really like it. It has its problems, so I can't put it in epic, but Little Nicky is gonna go into great. Oh, and I almost forgot, I liked Little Nicky's roommates, and Little Nicky's voice, I think, is very iconic and classic, and I absolutely love his voice. A lot of people found it annoying, and over the years I heard that's the main reason people hate the movie, but I absolutely love it. I think it's very charming, and I couldn't imagine Little Nicky without that iconic voice. Next, I'm gonna do The Cobbler. See, when, I want to say a year or two after this movie came out, I was scrolling through Netflix, just trying to find just a funny Adam Sandler movie to watch, or probably just a funny movie in general on Netflix. And I stumbled upon The Cobbler, and the only reason I decided to check it out was because it had Adam's face on it. So I was just like, maybe this could be a good time. And I watched it, and I really, really liked it. I think The Cobbler is a really good movie, although I think the ending is a little lackluster, but we'll get there. The plot of The Cobbler, he pretty much is this guy who fixes shoes and stuff, and whenever he puts on the shoes of one of his customers that he brings, he actually turns into that person. It's really funny, And I think it's a very creative idea. And Adam, he doesn't do a stupid character in this movie. He's like a normal dude. Obviously, he's got his Adam Sandler one-liners, and he's Adam. But he's not like a zany, over-the-top dingus, you know what I mean? He's down to earth, and I think The Cobbler is a really good movie. And I know a lot of people might say that I'm wrong when it comes to the ending being lackluster. I mean, if you like the ending, that's perfectly fine, and I'm not gonna argue against that. It's just, I'm just not a big fan of the, like, last minute, like, oh, I'm your father reveal, you know? This isn't Star Wars, you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like, to me, it came off as just pretty cheap, but if you'd like it, that's perfectly fine, and I support that. But overall, that doesn't ruin my experience for The Cobbler. I think it is a fantastic movie, and it is going to go into great tier. Next, I'm going to tackle the Grown Ups movies. So, Grown Ups 1, I thought was absolutely hilarious as a kid. As an adult, it's okay. I like the one water park scene, you know the one I'm talking about. But, I don't know, it's just, like, there are some jokes that are funny, but I don't know, it's a little too infantile for me, I guess. But it's not horrible, like I said. I don't know, I think I'd probably put it in mid-tier. But when it comes to its sequel, Grown Ups 2, I feel it turned way too infantile. That whole beginning with the deer, I thought was so funny as a kid, just because it was like, oh, you know, wacky, absurd. But while rewatching it as an adult, it's like, it goes on for so long. Like, it's kind of funny at first, but then they just drag it on, and at that point, it's like, it's not funny anymore. And I just want to continue, just want to move on. It's just a lot of this jokes don't land. The whole, like, parking lot scene where big old fucking Shaq, he's like, oh, put your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't. You know what I mean? Do you find that funny? Are you 12? If you're 12 and find that funny, I feel like that's pretty accurate. You know, that's when I liked the movie, when I was 12. But no, it's just, it's shit. Grown Ups 2 is shit. It's not the worst movie ever, but man, I would never rewatch it again. I like Stone Cold though, but like, I don't know. Move on, I guess. So, Adam Sandler is really well known for his romance movies. And I think one of the better ones, if not his best one, was probably 50 First Dates. It's not a perfect movie. This movie has some of the worst humor, and let me be specific by that, because I can actually pinpoint it. He's trying to impress her in this restaurant, but he makes a fool of himself, and everyone's just kind of looking at him like, oh, look at this weirdo. And you just feel secondhand embarrassment. And there's a whole portion in the middle where it's like that, but they do it like 5 or 6 times. It just goes on for so long. It's very painful to sit through sometimes. But I think the positives are really good. So let me start with some of those. The ending, I feel, I'm not going to spoil it just because I feel this is one of those movies you should go see. Just be warned that it has some of that cringe humor in there. It's Adam Sandler. But the ending is absolutely, I think, very heartwarming. And just, it's very cute. Very, very cute. And I feel the chemistry between Adam and his love interest in this movie are very, very strong. Oh, I should probably mention the plot, too. See, Adam, he finds this girl, and she impresses him at a restaurant, and the next day, he pretty much finds out she has memory loss. She she had a accident where she can't form new memories, so she's pretty much repeating the same day over and over. And Adam is trying to find a way to woo her and have a relationship with her while while she has her problem. It sounds bad when you say it like that, but when you actually watch the movie and stuff, it's not. It's nothing bad at all. It's really sweet, honestly. This movie is really sweet, and I recommend that you give it a try. I'm gonna put it in good. I can't put it in great just because of the secondhand embarrassment scenes are just way too much. Gosh, it's so bad. Gosh, it's so bad. But this movie is really good, so it's gonna go in good tier. Alright, so let's take it back. Let's go to the first ever movie that Young Reject ever watched, and that movie is Waterboy. It is a classic movie, very good. I love it so much. I loved it then, and I love it now. I'm not even a big fan of football. I think football is just not for me. I'm not going to criticize it. You know what? Let's not make people mad, okay? But football is not for me. But Waterboy is just so charming. He plays, someone that's special needs, and I think he plays the character absolutely wonderful. It's not like Billy Madison where, his special needs is played for the laughs, even though it kind of is. But it's taken a little bit more seriously in Waterboy, and the romantic relationship he has with that one girl, I feel, is very natural. And, I don't know, they just kind of, look like a pair to me. They just kind of do. And the whole... his mom being this, crazy, religious person, or, well, at least, just saying all this, the devil is this, the devil is that, oh, that girl, she likes you, she's the devil, just so she can have him to herself. And then that, turnaround at the end. I can keep going on and on and on. There really is, to me, not really any flaw in this movie. Waterboy is, I think, the best Adam Sandler movie so far. I know it's crazy I'm putting it above Billy Madison, but it's just so much more charming, and I just cannot help but love Waterboy. I had a coworker that told me that she absolutely hates Waterboy. Sorry, but it's going high up on the list. We all loved Pixels. Pixels was just the absolute greatest Adam Sandler movie of all time. I think we can all acknowledge that. Pixels is just... It's hard to put into words how absolutely phenomenal, breathtaking, heartwarming, and just everything positive that this movie is, all into one big ball. And then you just, you put it into a blender, you blend it together, and then you just pour it down the fucking drain in the sink, and you take a piss all over that, throw up maybe a couple times, and then throw a couple fucking, I don't know, shit rags in there, and you have Pixels. Okay, I went off a little tangent there, but I'm gonna be real. I know everybody hates Pixel. It's seen as one of his worst movies, and if you are, caught saying out loud that you like Pixels, you would probably be hung on the cross like the degenerate you are. But, hear me out. No, Pixels is not good. It's not good at all. Don't get it twisted, sister. But, it's not as bad as everyone says. It's not good. It's not great. A lot of the criticisms are valid. But no, it's not fucking 0% Rotten Tomato worthy. It's not like that, okay? There are some positives to have in Pixel. It's just, there's just not that many. That's the problem. But there are some. I think the graphics, the animation, everything that's video gamey is honestly kind of breathtaking in a way, especially for 2016. I guess not breathtaking, but it's just, I thought it was phenomenal, at least. when I watched Pixels in the theaters, I thought it was pretty average. Nowadays, I think it's pretty average, but like a little less so, but not like this movie is absolute dumpster fire. I'm just gonna put it in mid tier, okay? So don't hang me on the cross for not putting it at the bottom, because Jack and Jill, I don't see another Adam movie surpassing that and being shit, to be honest. Jack and Jill is just, it's bad. I want to be a bit funsy with the next one, so let's do another classic Adam Sandler movie, and this one is Click. Click is a very, very, very good movie. I really like it. A lot of the comedy works, some of the comedy doesn't. The iconic farting in the dude's mouth while he has him paused is forever in my brain. It will forever be funny. It's just one of those scenes that if I didn't watch it as a kid and I saw it as an adult, I'd kind of see it as a bit too infantile, like grown-ups too. But I just have nostalgia for it, so I can't help but love a lot of this movie. And I'm not just saying this movie is unfunny because it's unfunny. No, the movie is really funny. And I think more than that, I really like the story of Click. The plot is really, really good. And I think that they do his mental downfall with, like, how he starts fast forwarding through the parts he thinks are boring and this and that. And it gets to the point where he fast forwards through all of his life. And once he finally is in his life, he's lost everything. And we see him have a mental spiral downward. And I think he plays it very well. I just really like Click. It's a really good movie. His fat prosthetics, makeup, whatever, I don't fucking know. It didn't look convincing. It maybe is just because I'm used to seeing Adam as Adam, but it just didn't really look good to me. But if I had to say one thing that is absolutely terrible with Click, it is its ending. The whole, oh, it was just a dream. Fuck you. Fuck you. I absolutely hate it when movies, books, games, you name it, end with, oh, it was just a dream. You could do that with literally anything ever. It's not creative. It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. And it is one of, if not the worst cop-out ending you could possibly do. It kind of works in the context of Click, but at the same time, no, it's still fucking stupid. It's still fucking stupid. They could have done something like, oh, he rewinds this and then does this, goes on a big side quest. That would have been pretty cool. No. Dream ending. Fuck you. The movie's still great, though. I'm going to put it in great tier, but yeah, fuck that ending. Next, I want to cover The Do-Over. Just because I don't really have much to say about it. I watched it with my egg donor years ago, and I thought it was just pretty average. Adam, he doesn't really sell the tough guy, secret agent, oh, I can just drop my life and do... I don't know, he's just not believable in that role. I didn't see the movie Uncut Gems, but I saw some of his acting in there, and he can play, like, this serious character, but in The Do-Over, it's just... No, he just try to make him, like, present him as, like, this cool, badass guy. It's just not buyable, you know what I mean? I can't buy that shit. And David, he's okay. I can't hate on David Spade, but I don't know. I don't know. He seems a little uncomfortable. That just may be me, but he just kind of fits the wacky role like Joe Dirt. But yeah, I don't know. Do-Over's average, mid. Okay, I guess. Bedtime Stories is a mixed bag, to say the least. I like a lot of aspects about it, and I must admit, a lot of it is due to nostalgia. In Click, I said a lot of the humor, I like a lot of the humor because of nostalgia, but that doesn't mean that is the reason for everyone for liking that movie. But this movie in particular, a lot of the jokes are, not the best or whatever. The little fucking guinea pig hamster thing. Do you really care? It's bedtime stories. Do you really care? But I still like the movie. I think it's good. But even I have to admit, it's not perfect. There's a lot of flaws. And the story is pretty lackluster in a way. The kids' acting is pretty not great. Uh, the live action Cat in the Hat, the kids' acting wasn't that great, but like even they, I feel, did better. I love the live action Cat in the Hat. A lot of people hate it. I love that movie, but even I have to admit the kids' acting was pretty mid. But even then, their kid acting is better than the kid acting in this movie. And that fucking hamster guinea pig gerbil bug-eyed freak, I don't like it. I don't like looking at it. I never liked looking at it. I thought it was annoying, and I just want to put it in the blender. It's a gerbil, so I guess maybe Eminem wants it up his ass. Who knows? Chuck and Larry is really good and really funny. I love Chuck and Larry. This movie is so good. It holds up. It is great. I love Chuck and Larry. I just cannot express how much this movie is so good. Adam and Paul Blart, I don't know his name. They are really good in this movie. Their chemistry is on point. The story itself, it honestly is kind of like a realistic story, and I really like that. It's not like super outlandish. And I like the big turnaround. Like everyone is like homophobic in the movie, but then they have the big turnaround and everything. There's just not really a lot wrong with this movie, and the comedy is just really good. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say other than this one is just, it's so good. It's going in epic. I love this movie. Blended is so boring. Oh my gosh. It is so fucking boring. Oh my gosh. I know I just said that, but man, it is. Adam has 3 kids, 2 kids. Adam has kids, and he meets the girl. She has sons. That's not daughters like Adam's, and they both coincidentally get to go to Africa together, even though like they were fighting throughout the beginning, and now they get to get together in the Adam Sandler-y way that they do in these movies. Adam Sandler romance movie. That's all you need to know. This movie's boring. Mid. I decided last second to throw in Hotel Transylvania. Just the first one, not the rest. I'm sure you understand. The first Hotel Transylvania I thought was pretty decent. As a kid, I thought it was really, really good, but as an adult, I think it's just good. Not really, really good, just good. It's not fantastic, it's not amazing. There are a lot of flaws with it, like, some jokes are a bit too infantile, but, it's a kid's movie. But still, I don't care. If a joke's gonna be too infantile, then I'm still gonna call it out. I don't care. Like, this isn't Peppa Pig. That argument does not fly. I'm sorry. And whoever's decision it was to give Adam Sandler the microphone and rap, there is a seat in hell that is just waiting for you. It's got all the spikes, it's got all the barbed wire, it's got salt, it's got pretty much everything. It's got pickle juice all over it. Yeah, that seat is waiting for you. 'Cause, like, why would you do this to us? What did we do to deserve that monstrosity that is the rapping of Adam Sandler? And I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating or whatever, but no, it's genuinely really, really bad. It is unbelievably bad. Adam Sandler is a very good singer, but he is a pretty shit rapper. And you know what? It's mostly just due to the lyrics. It's so bad. But overall, I did like Hotel Transylvania. The positives do outweigh the negatives other than the rap at the end. Johnny, he could have been a very stupid character like modern Patrick Starr, and they could have made him very annoying, one note. But he's actually like really fun, and he is the best character in the whole thing. And there are a few like jokes that really do land that are really funny. Like he's pretending to be a monster, and Drac or Adam, he explains that he's got to pretend to be a monster or they're going to kill him. And he goes, "Isn't that racist?" That joke lands. I like that. There's a lot to like with Hotel Transylvania. The animation is very, very wonderful. How like wavy and wobbly it can get and how cartoonish it is. But it's just really stylized. It's really good. Hotel Transylvania, it's in good tier. Next up to bat, I want to say Sandy Wexler. This movie holds such a special place in my heart. I absolutely adore this movie. I watched it when I was younger, when it came out back in 2017, and I absolutely loved it. But rewatching it, I love it even more. This movie is just absolutely charming. Gosh, it gives me like extreme similarities to Waterboy, but it's more of like a modern version of it. And obviously, instead of like football and everything, Sandy Wexler, he's a manager for his client, but he starts to fall in love with his client, and I just love this movie so much. I love it to bits. It's gonna go into epic tier. If you haven't seen Sandy Wexler, I feel it is indeed his best romance movie, other than I guess Waterboy. But gosh, I love Sandy Wexler so much. Please go watch Sandy Wexler. And last on our list is 8 Crazy Nights. This movie is how can I put this? I absolutely love this movie, even though there are aspects I absolutely really do not like that are in this movie. But the goods, or I guess in this case, the amazings, completely outweigh the bad in any way, shape, or form. 8 Crazy Nights is a Hanukkah movie. If you didn't know, Adam's Jewish. And it's just a ginormous, like, big celebration of Hanukkah. And in the actual, like, plot of the movie, you follow this guy named Davy Stone, who's just this delinquent guy. He had something very tragic happen to him when he was younger, and he pretty much just, started going into alcohol and this and that, pretty much just becoming this bad seed of a person, getting arrested a few times. And the movie takes, he does something bad at the beginning of the movie, and he gets arrested, and in the courtroom, there's this little old man named Whitey, and he is by far the most charming, most likable, and greatest character in any Adam Sandler movie that isn't played by Adam Sandler. Gosh. Well, I mean, okay, Whitey is played by Adam Sandler, but I more meant like, in Waterboy, I think Adam's the funniest character there, and I like Adam in Waterboy more than Whitey. That's more what I meant. But gosh, this movie is like, the charm level is off the charts. It's a musical, and every single song lands. And gosh, that third act where he's in the mall, that whole segment is just perfect. It is my absolute favorite moment in any Adam Sandler movie. That whole scene where he's in the mall with the song. Gosh. 8 Crazy Nights is one Adam Sandler movie that differs from the rest, in my opinion. This movie did one thing, I guess 2 things, that no other Adam Sandler movie ever came close to doing. This movie made me cry. And not only cry, it made me cry multiple times on multiple rewatches. It's just that third act scene is just absolutely beautiful. And it's one of my favorite scenes in any, like, movie whatsoever. Yeah, a lot of it is, like, like blatant advertisements. Like the characters who are singing to him are, like Panda Express and Foot Locker or whatever. But I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Them singing to him, pretty much trying to get him to, break down that hard-earned exterior he has. And it's just, you watch him throughout the movie just be this asshole. But he's not, like, so unlikable you hate watching him. He's funny and he is likable. He's just not a good person because, he chooses not to do good things. But, man, you just want to root for him. You want him to succeed. And that third act is just absolutely amazing. I know this, I think it's kind of obvious, but 8 Crazy Nights is my favorite Adam Sandler movie, and it is going at the top of the list overall. If you have never seen 8 Crazy Nights, you are completely missing out. This movie is absolutely wonderful and amazing. And now let me talk about some of the critiques, though, that I do have. I absolutely just do not like some of the humor. The funny Asian Chinese guy that's in there, no, he's never one time was he funny. He was fucking annoying. The reindeers, they were cute at first, but then when they ate shit, that's when it was like, okay, this is not okay. This is not funny. It's just gross. It's just gross. But like I said, the positives completely outweigh the negatives by a long shot. Those negatives are nothing when it comes to how amazing the positives are. And this movie is absolutely funny. Pretty much from start to finish, other than a couple jokes, like I said, this movie is absolutely hilarious. And Adam Sandler is such an amazing singer, so it is only right that, every song involving him is just... I'm sorry, I can just keep going on and on and on, but 8 Crazy Nights is my absolute favorite Adam Sandler movie, and I think it is at the top of the list. So, that's my Adam Sandler movie tier list. I wanted to put Mr. Deeds on there because I technically have seen it, but it was, like, so long ago, I don't remember a thing, and I don't want to rewatch it just because that means I would have to watch Happy Gilmore, and I just don't want to do all that, So, tell me what you think about my tier list in the comments below. I want to hear what your ranking would be. What would you put in your epic rank and your shit rank? What is your favorite Adam Sandler movie and your least favorite Adam Sandler movie? Tell me in the comments if I'm right or wrong about my list, how you think I'm a terrible movie critique, or I'm spitting some straight facts on some things. But yeah, I strongly recommend you watch 8 Crazy Nights. And with that all out of the way, get the fuck out of my cellar, hoe ass.